Noumena, for many viewers, this might be a new word. Let me start by spelling it out. It's spelled Noumena. It's fascinating when you discover what Noumena is. Let me start with a word that you have heard of, which is phenomena. Phenomena is any type of experience which we've had through our senses. Practically everything you can think of, like the breakfast you had this morning, or a movie that you watched, or working on a computer, everything we're doing has got sensory streams of data that we're interacting with. So pretty much every experience you can think of is a phenomena. Noumena, on the other hand, is when you get to know something directly as opposed to from the senses. Another way of saying that is when you know something through direct intuition, that's Noumena. Let's unpack that a little bit. Imagine if you're looking at an apple, you're holding an apple, you look at it, you say this is a red apple. That is purely a sensory conclusion, a conclusion that's based on what you're seeing. It looks red, so you say it is red. In fact, if you look further into the apple, it falls apart to say that it's red. It's actually, internally it's white, and then there's all kinds of colors. So any kind of sensory experience, if you look at it closely, you find that it falls apart, actually. It's not ultimately true. Let's take a few more examples. We say that the sun rises in the east. And we all feel like, oh yeah, of course. In fact, the sun does not rise in the east. It just appears to rise in the east. And that's because the earth is rotating around its own axis. And so the sun just looks like it's rising in the east. So notice how it went from something that was true to, oh, it just looks like that. Every sensory experience falls apart. That's because we are not looking at the essence of things. When we look at the essence of anything, we are now stepping into the realm of Noumena. So Noumena, you might say, well, if I don't make a conclusion based on senses, how in the world can I know something? Well, this is a great question to ask. In fact, Noumena is pointing to an entire world which is available for direct knowing. Even the apple is something you can directly know its essence by knowing your essence. So Noumena takes us towards an essence-driven approach to knowing things. So to know the essence of anything, you have to know your own essence. And when you get in touch with the essence of anything else, you really understand it at the depths of its being, not attributes, not characteristics. And when essence knows essence, you find that it collapses into one. So almost anything, when essence meets essence, it takes you to a world of unity. So if you were to look at things like infinity or essence or consciousness, these really important things are only knowable as Noumena. You can never get a picture of consciousness and say, this is what consciousness looks like, or essence is 5 feet long. You can never have an attribute that's measurable or perceptible to the senses. The only way we know essence is by direct recognition through intuition. So that is a critical aspect of Noumena that allows us to step into a world which is entirely different, where certainly now, when we were so busy and engrossed with the world of phenomena, which has an entangling quality to it, Noumena opens the world of beingness and true knowledge. Even when you are with a person, you can set aside the phenomenal aspect and tune into the noumenal aspect. And you will find that it has tremendous implications for you, because you step into this world of unity. And then you realize, how in the world have I been functioning all these years and missing this very significant aspect of reality? And any seeker will find this very important, because what happens when we get on the journey of personal growth is we bring a predisposition where we are so entranced with phenomena that we step into the world of spirituality and meditation, and we continue to look for phenomena. So I want to clarify one thing. Phenomena is sensory experience, which includes the physical senses, but it also includes the inner senses. So for example, in meditation, if you had a vision, an inner vision, that is also phenomena. So if you hear the music of the spheres in your inner ear, that too is phenomena. So even though it may seem like, whoa, this is something incredible, maybe I'm really evolving, maybe I'm really getting to these higher states, while it is a positive thing, because you've stepped from physical reality to non-physical reality, but it is still phenomena. And the fundamental truths are not ever to be found in phenomena. So we have to be very careful that we don't get, as spiritual seekers, we don't get sucked into this phenomenal aspect of the spirituality and higher realms, that we clearly step beyond them into Noumena. So I would say, no matter where you are in your journey, the more you can start getting in touch with Noumena, the better, because you are going to spend a lot less time chasing things which ultimately don't take you anywhere. So Noumena is very important from that point of view. When you choose light, life becomes increasingly joyful, purposeful, and inspired. I invite you to join me to explore the realms of light, the infinite possibilities that light offers.